Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Nitrostorm here. Welcome back to RevivedWitch. So it's been a few days and they have added some new stuff. So firstly we have this autumn harvest thing. It's a minor event, not really something that's too taxing. You essentially do Dreamland stages, like all different types, and then you'll eventually get enough to redeem this, and the final reward is a free multi. And don't forget to check in every day for the free stuff here. Now, the main purpose of this video is due to just one thing, but there are a few more things to talk about. So for example, there is a new battle pass and we'll do that in a future video, but the main part is in regards to Nicolis, who is a mercury mage. So as you can see, very nice theme that they have going on here, autumn. Well, it is winter currently, but better late than never. So without further ado, as per usual, when we do these character reviews, the dolls are maxed out at level 5 active skills and level 2 passive skills. So from the stats, pretty nice, very high base attack compared to usual, but I think they're normally around 8k now at this point. But in any case, her first skill is called Holy Boundary. It costs 2 in order to use. It attacks all enemies by dealing damage equal to, well, actually not all enemies. Well, the first attack deals magic damage equal to 200% of her attack to the enemy's middle row, so the middle enemy, whilst imprisoning the target for 1 second. So I'm assuming they're unable to do anything for that second. After which, Holy Boundary expands to deal magic damage equal to 200% of attack to all enemy targets. So essentially 400%, so 200% to all enemy targets, and then a total of 400% to the target in the middle row. Now I'm not sure how they're going to handle enemies where there's 4 of them, but at least for PvP it's the middle character. Now the second skill is called Lost Sins. It costs 4 chaos to use, and it deals magic damage equal to 800% of attack to all enemy targets whilst inflicting Divine Wail for 15 seconds, which is a debuff where the enemy's hit will receive 20% more damage taken from Nicolis, and this stacks up to 2 times for a grand total of 40% more damage from Nicolis. Her passive is called Divinity, and every use of a skill reduces a random enemy's magic defense by equal to 8% of Nicolis's attack, and this stacks up to 5 times for a total of reducing a random enemy's magic defense equal to 40% of Nicolis' attack, assuming all the random debuffing is applied to 1 enemy. So you're not going to get max stacks relatively soon if you're against multiple enemies, and so this is a bit of an RNG thing. The more enemies there are, the lower the chances of you applying the magic defense debuff to the same enemy. So overall, her kit is pretty interesting. There's like a new mechanic here where it's targeting the middle enemy rather than like the physical assassins who target the rear enemy, right? Or targeting the front enemy. And so this could be seen as like a tactic, I guess, if you're facing certain teams in PvP. Otherwise, I don't really see much of a use for this unless they add new content where you don't want to really attack the front enemy, or you want to face the middle enemy first for some reason, those kind of niche situations. And then her second skill, obviously, pretty nice big damage. So it does help alleviate the nicheness of the first skill by having a nice big damage on the second skill. And then her passive, again, I mentioned already, lots of RNG involved the more enemies there are. And if we're against in PvP, it's a 33.3% chance of targeting the same enemy twice, right? But it stacks up to 5 times. So if you're trying to stack 5 times into 1 enemy, when there's 3 of them, you're going to have a pretty bad time trying to get all of them on the same enemy. So overall, she feels very niche. At least in single target scenarios, all of this will go to that one target. So at least in that sense, it's consistent against single target, but she already has a lot of competition in regards to Shiroi, Goddess Dana, and so well, and as well as Mine, but I haven't seen much use of Mine nowadays. But in any case, overall her kit seems okay. I wouldn't say it's worth going for. She is a Dreamland summon character, so she's not limited. Now let's see if her unique equipment makes a big difference here. It's called Redemption. Okay, so her passive, the passive of the weapon is every use of Holy Boundary has a 50% chance of increasing magic damage dealt by 5.5%, stacks up to 5 times. Okay, so Holy Boundary is, I think that was the first skill, yeah. So every time you cast this, there's a 50% chance of you increasing your magic damage by 5.5% at base level. I'm assuming around 7.5 to 8% magic damage at max level. But the 50% chance just adds another extra layer of RNG, which I'm personally not a fan of. But at least it's increasing magic damage dealt, which will help benefit her damage dealt, as she is already reducing the enemy's magical defense, and so having this will help her in terms of dealing damage rather than increasing her own attack. And it stacks up to 5 times, so at level 1 this is a total of 27.5%, which is pretty nice. But yeah, now that you've got the UE, I think overall, on paper, right, at least on paper, she does feel a bit lackluster. I guess one of the only ways that she could have some sort of edge is if her animation times are like really fast. Otherwise, she's going to easily fall off, I think, in my opinion, versus Shiroi. But yeah, that's pretty much about it for Nicolis. If you've got any more questions in regards to her or RevivedWitch in general, do let me know down in the comments below. It's been your boy Nitrostorm. I'll see you guys in the next stream or video. Peace.